May 3rd. If you rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, welcome everyone. Agenda, you have an additional item, Robert?
Mr. Chairman, just for the record, and it was amended and posted since the packet, under the Town Administrator's report, there is an item 3, the vote to authorize the ban issue and the refunding of the bonds, and it was posted when it was caught, but just for the record, as the online copy, I think, was the original.
Okay. Sorry, Don, if you're in there.
Easy.
All right, town meetings Monday, May 8th, hopefully just May 8th, at 7 o'clock at Ayer Shirley Regional High School. Friends of the Ayer Dog Park hosting a meet and greet on Sunday, May 7th from 10 to 12 at Peroni Park. It's an opportunity to learn about the Friends of the Ayer Dog Park coming this fall, and dogs are welcome. There's a survey in the town's website regarding whether town meeting should be held on a Monday evening or a Saturday mornings. Please be sure to go onto the town's website and vote, please. Okay, payroll warrant for 17-21, $318,836 and 83 cents, and 17-21B, $683.38, and 17-20, $404,134.07. These are all signed by the chair as voted on a couple meetings ago. Announcements, anything else? No? And okay.
I make a motion to approve the agenda as amended.
Second. Moved and seconded, all in favor?
Aye. I was waiting for you to kind of keep going.
That's why I'm resigning tonight. Okay, town clerk.
No public input.
Oh, public input. Sorry.
You're fine.
No, okay. So,
Not me? Okay.
No, there's a guy over there.
oh,
No.
There's somebody for public input.
Oh, my God.
I'm sorry.
I don't know if you'd like me to come up or...
I'd like your name and address.
More than happy to.
Okay.
My name is Don Osler. I live at 1 Mulberry Circle,
Okay.
over across from the Nasoya Foods plant.
Mm-hmm.
And here we go again,
Mm-hmm.
quite honestly. We've recently had a rash of the odors coming from the Nasoya factory again. We met the other night at the Board of Health meeting. I was certainly agitated at that time, and quite frankly, I'm pretty tired of this. We've had promises,
Yeah.
promises, and there's no credibility amongst them. They continue to come back and say, yet again, here's the money we're spending, here are the changes we're making, and we go a period of time potentially without it, and we're back again. And, this time it was pretty close to a week long at one point where it was every single day where this odor was occurring.
Are there some parts of the day that are worse than others?
Yeah, they tend, well, Chris...
I noticed it in the evening.
Yeah,
Especially over the winter, it was
yeah.
after 6 o'clock to whatever, almost consistently for a good portion of probably January.
Yeah,
Okay.
or weekends.
Yeah.
You'd be out doing something around your house on the weekend, and the odor happens yet again. So, I'm not sure where we go from here other than listening to them again. The board has can tell you their actions that they're taking,
Mhm.
but have no faith in the fact that they're going to change. They are under new management. That's my understanding this time around. So they've been bought by another company, and they're attempting to put in a new system yet again to try to fix this. And what I've asked for is we have to have clear actions as to what steps we're going to take in the future if this isn't resolved. I stood up the other night and said that I'm happy to be the bad guy and be a spokesman here because it affects us pretty consistently. But the reality is, I think if you went out there and spoke to many residents in that area, you'd find what there was at the last Board of Health meeting when we had everybody there. There's 50 or so groups of people, or there are a group of people who are pretty angry about it. So, that's what I'm here to say.
Where do we stand with them?
So, Mr. Chairman, members of the board, as the board is aware, the town's health agent issued a formal letter to the Nasoya plant, and at the Board of Health meeting, is following that up with an official order for compliance. In addition, it's my understanding that Superintendent Wetzel is going to be meeting with Nasoya as well, at least from the wastewater side of things. To Mr. Osmer's point, I think that there's no question that we're long overdue as far as the problem. I know Selectman Hillman and others, as well as the board. We have the data, as I know you're aware of, having worked with the health agent and so forth. We know recently, too, that this issue has gone all the way into Littleton and so forth, and we've had formal complaints from my colleagues in the past. I think, and talk is always
Do we have
easy.
any recourse that'll really work?
Well, the
Yeah,
question
can we
I have
find
is
them or
Why
something?
can't we find them under the nuisance bylaw?
Oh, that's what I was going to say. Isn't there a way to find them?
Well, I think that the first, and it gives a very short window, that the Board of Health's order for compliance is obviously the first step. The second piece is, as the board is aware, at least representatives from the DEP are aware of this. Now, being aware of it and resolving it are two different things. The local nuisance bylaw that we have is more prescribed for residential properties in compliance. We'd have to look at it again, but it's the route, I think, is through the Board of Health and the DEP. And on the technical side, if it's a process thing, I mean, again, I know that the DPW superintendent is going to meet with them very shortly to discuss some of the processes and so forth, at least as far as wastewater. But there's no question that there's been no resolution, especially over the last few months. It's constantly recorded. It's been documented by the Board of Health, and they need to resolve this.
Geez, I'm just sick of hearing it. I can't imagine how
Right.
you feel.
And truthfully, it got better. It really did and then, in my opinion, when they got bought out by Nasoya, it has seemed to have gone back downhill and kind of correlated together, in my opinion.
But hasn't Nasoya owned it for, what, 2 years now?
No, it's been about a year.
Yeah.
Has it only been a year?
Yeah.
Oh, it seems like so long ago.
Fine,
Yeah, I have
take
coworkers who
No,
live
that's
in
quite all right.
Littleton that are
Appreciate the
upset.
discussion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so.
So, do we have any timelines or anything? I know that they're sick of hearing about timelines, and
The letter that was
we got to do something to
The-
act on this.
right,
I mean,
right.
it's-
agreed. The formal letter that was issued by the health agent had a very short
Window.
time window, and I know that the Board of Health met and is going to issue an order as well. It's usually for compliance within 30 days generally. Now,
Okay.
I think in addition to that, if it's the will of the board, I mean, Mr. Ross Gata, who's the new CEO of the plant, perhaps a formal letter as well from the Board of Selectmen, again, as a next step. That, I mean, this has to be resolved now in a very timely fashion. I mean, we've been talking about it,
Yeah.
and in good faith, all of the residents of the town of Ayer, town of Littleton, and so forth. Enough is enough. I mean, we can continue to document. We got to get the relief. So I think
So if we, maybe we write a letter to the manager and just tell him that things are in motion and that we appreciate you being compliant. And unless further action, if further action is needed and necessary, we'll take it. Not as a threat, but it's just.
No, you're right. If
Yeah.
it means, I don't know what it means. Like, I probably was just looking at it, and I looked at it briefly. I don't know if the nuisance bylaw covers over,
Yeah.
because it was kind of under property.
right,
Right.
the local one doesn't.
There has to
but
be something.
The state does, but
The state.
the state has to take that action. They
Right.
have filed orders of consent in the past, the state DEP has. That's public knowledge, it's on their website. They have fined the company in the past
Okay.
prior to the buyout. Again, that's public knowledge, it's on their website. The money that was fined to them was small amounts in comparison to their business,
Right.
quite honestly. And so what we find is that we're constantly, as residents, monitoring it. And that's,
You get nothing else to do, right?
yeah, exactly. But we're monitoring it, and I know it's not just me calling in, and
Right.
we're reporting it,
Right.
but
Right.
but it doesn't seem like there's much going on. So I appreciate the board's, the possibility of the board doing more than just saying, hey, stop doing this.
Well, we'll keep it on the front burner. I mean, things,
Bridget's been out there. She goes out
Yeah, I know.
5 times a week.
She does.
It's
She goes by
verifiable.
off hours.
Yeah.
She has people out there off
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah.
This is putting a lot of time and effort in by them as well,
Right.
and taking up their time. So it's wasting a lot of time for
Right.
people.
oh,
Right.
absolutely.
Yeah.
What was their response the night? I'm sorry, I was at baseball practice with my son. What did they? I know initially when there was Mr. Riglin and the other gentleman,
Right.
they rectified it and they invested a lot of money.
Right.
I feel it's a cost-cutting effort. I really do. I feel like this new ownership's taken over and they're cutting corners.
Well, to Selectman Hillman's point, I mean, at least that's why the DPW superintendent is going to meet with them to see on the issue of, on the wastewater end of it. And for the record, it's nothing to do with the town, as you know.
No, they've tried to
But-
do that though. Oh, it's the wastewater treatment plant.
Right.
It's a pumping station.
I-
act like
No, if I may,
It's the,
it's what they're smelling is a product of their wastewater pretreatment system,
before it goes into.
which when they had some problems getting that system
Mhm.
started up. Well, their old system didn't ever function properly, and we find them a whole bunch of times
Yeah.
with that. Their new system, when they first started it up, functioned really well.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
They had some changes in their operators. I think it's a fairly expensive system to treat the gas smell.
Okay.
I think it's fairly expensive for the water, wastewater also, but that's all we monitor is wastewater. We don't monitor the off gas, but I know they have a gas treatment system. It's some sort of a catalytic chemical system. I did hear a rumor through Robert that they were saying, well, they've increased their usage, so they're producing more waste than they can dispose of at the town. They had never approached me to ask if
Sure.
they could increase their capacity to the town, and we can because Kane's is no longer in the mix. So we're meeting with them Friday morning, and so I'll have a better understanding of what's going on from their perspective.
Mhm.
But it may be at some point we want to hire a odor control specialist to really look at how they're running that system and if they are cutting corners on it.
Yes.
Mr. Chair, just 3 final points. One is, in conversations with the plant, the issue of capacity has come up from them. The second thing is that it has been observed by the health agent and others that there's material that's being trucked out of there, which in the previous operation was not the case, and I would defer to the health department on that. Thirdly, I would respectfully recommend in the letter as well that it be CC'd to the regional DEP rep as well as the head of the DEP,
Mhm.
and should mirror, as far as a timeline of
Yeah.
compliance, mirror the Board of Selectmen, the Board of Health's order, the
Yeah.
30-day, and if this
Absolutely.
isn't resolved
Yeah.
in the 30 days, then take it to the next step. And I know that it's cited under one of the CMRs, which is the state code
Mhm.
that deals with the odor.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so at the Board of Health meeting, they did let us know that they have added a line, another line of production. They have substantially increased production. They've implemented a new system, which they're calling a world-class tofu production system. They had some unexpected results and didn't, and I'm paraphrasing here, that they had some unexpected results. They did not expect it to give off the odor, and they were trying to figure out how to control it. With that increased production, they let us know that they were now trucking water off, or trucking waste off-site, because they weren't able to use all of it or put all the water into the system, and they were going to be asking for another 50,000 gallons in capacity. So Those were all things that they pointed out at the Board of Health meeting. The only thing that I had a response to that is, I think it's very well known. I don't know the water system like others, but, you know, it seems to me we have a water shortage, and here we have a company that's causing problems asking for more water. So I don't know how that works, but it certainly burns me a little bit to think about that.
Yeah, no, they pay for it. So. Okay,
So that's it.
all right.
So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. It's like an endless story.
Oh, God. So sick of it.
Madam Treasurer, tax collector. Yes, I think so. I think so.
They're talking about the report and sign, so I just noticed it.
You want to bring that?
Oh.
You want to bring up?
Do you want to bring our You gotta come on up. Oh.
So while we're waiting, we need chair too. But I want to thank you and Lisa for working on the bans and rewriting them, saving us $480,000.
Oh, that's nothing.
And Lisa, and that's
Drop in the
contributed to
bucket.
our AA double plus rating too, which is
Yes.
great. Good work. Okay.
Okay. Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you for having me this evening. In the packet, you'll see that here for appointment of a new assistant tax collector. Recently had a vacancy of our previous assistant tax collector, moving over to DPW. Keep going.
Not yet.
So the position was posted within the union. It's a clerical union position. There were no internal candidates, so the position was then posted externally on our website, social media, the Lowell Sun, Monster, and on the Mass Treasure Collectors and Mass Town Clerk Association sites. We received 44 resumes and quickly narrowed down to 3 candidates that we interviewed, with Christina being chosen by both of us. Carly assisted me with the interviews, with it being crunch time. And so I come today with Ms. Christina Roberts, who is comes from the town of Lunenburg, in the collector's office there. She's a strong municipal background, strong financial background, which is very key for this job. Works with Munis, Kelly and Ryan, our deputy collector, lockbox payment processing, and also is eager to attend school. I attend school at UMass, so also working towards her certification in the collector's position. So the choice was pretty simple and clear. It's not an easy job to slide into. You either have it or you don't. It's working with customer service, but it's an intimate because it's the residents,
Right.
and they're very involved. So having that natural ability to work with that and being able to balance the financial and the multitasking, she was really the best candidate for me and for the town of Ayer. So, and we have a start date of Monday, May 22nd. She's transitioning from Lunenburg over here, and it is tax time, as you all know. So,
All right.
I
Yeah.
present to you, with no further fanfare, present to you, Christina Roberts.
Welcome, Christine.
Hi, how are you? I don't know why she seemed so nervous introducing you.
Do you have anything to say?
Thank you for having me.
You said that, didn't you? Okay.
You're in the same
And
position, right,
questions?
in Lunenburg?
Principal account clerk.
So, is this kind of like a step up for you?
It is, yes, yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
All right.
It's additional hours. Lunenburg's only open, so it's a 32-hour position, so this gives her, it's up to 40 hours, and I believe an hourly increase as well.
Yes.
So it's stepping on up in the world of tax collector.
A little bit of higher title.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Sounds
That's a
good.
good thing.
Sounds like they all get along.
Yeah, yep.
She's a little persnickety, so just watch it.
Chris?
I already would like to make a motion to promote or hire Christina Roberts as the assistant tax collector. Effective date May 22nd, Monday, May 22nd.
Seconded?
Moved and seconded. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
And this is typical probation period. Was it 6 months, a year?
6 months with the AFSCME, per the contract.
Yep.
And of course, passing a successful query check
Sure.
and
Yeah.
being bonded and so forth. So
Mhm.
Right.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
Congratulations.
Look forward to-
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank-
I think you'll like it here.
I liked Ayer when I was here
Yeah.
next door. So
Yeah.
she worked at North Middlesex.
Ah!
6 years.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
She knows the Main Street flow.
yes.
All right.
And I'll
Thank you
eat.
all very much.
Welcome.
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 Thank you.
Congratulations.
I'm out.
Thank you. We have a few items tonight, so I'll try to move through as quickly as we can.
Robert? Wait a minute. 1 second. Robert?
I'll do the consent piece.
Okay, yeah.
Mr. Chairman, the first item in your packet is from Town Council. It's an approval from the Board of Selectmen, a disclosure for them to do the legal work on the intermunicipal agreement, which we'll talk about in a moment, between the Town of Ayer and the Town of Groton. As the Board is aware, KP Law represents both the Town of Ayer and the Town of Groton, specifically Attorney Rich on our end and Attorney Doneski on Groton's end. This is a formal disclosure that's required by law. They are just doing, on both sides, will just do the legal work as it pertains to the legal form of the IMA. The terms were negotiated between the two towns. So I'm respectfully recommending that the board take a vote to authorize the disclosure, and then it asks that the board sign it, and we'll get that back to town council. So that's just sort of the first order of business.
Okay. Questions, anybody? Motions, anybody?
You got it?
Oh, I think so. Okay, so I make a motion that the Board of Selectmen authorize the disclosure from KP Law, and what was the rest of it we're going to do?
For signature by
And
the
for
board.
signature by the board.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any questions, anybody? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
And then, Mr. Chairman, and I will turn it over to Superintendent Wetzel for the details, but as the Board of Selectmen are aware, some time ago, the town of Groton approached the town of Ayer about connecting into the town of Ayer's sewer system, running that connection along Westford Road through Ayer to the Four Corners in Groton, where the Shaw's is. And as the board is aware, the town of Groton received a Mass Works grant in the amount of $2 million, which the town of Ayer did support for this project. Additionally, in matter of procedure, previously the Ayer Town Meeting did vote to authorize, as is required, authorize the Ayer Board of Selectmen to negotiate intermunicipal agreement for this connection. So that authorization was in place. Superintendent Wetzel and I did have a series of meetings with the town of Groton and negotiated the IMA that you have in your packet. And I'll let the superintendent speak to the details of the terms. Both Superintendent Wetzel and I believe that the agreement reflects what the Board of Selectmen and Ayer were looking for in terms of Ayer's interests, and is an agreement that is fair and equitable. As the board is also aware, your colleagues in the town of Groton, the Groton Board of Selectmen have previously approved this IMA as well. And with that, I'll let the superintendent speak to the highlights. You have a copy of the IMA, but speak to the specific terms.
Thank you. And we do have two members from the town of Groton here. The water superintendent is a sewer commissioner also, and their consulting engineer who's designing the project and overseeing the project. So if we have any specific questions. So the agreement is an interconnection for a maximum flow, average flow of 40,500 gallons per day, which is the projected flow for the development of the Four Corners area. Originally, way back when we started this project, they were looking at adding Lost Lake, and it was going to be about probably about 3 times that amount, but this is significantly scaled down. The IMA, as you from reading it, it's a legal agreement. It has a lot of details on the conditions and terms and how you would modify it, how you terminate it, and things like that. So we won't get into the weeds of that. But I used to develop this a similar one that our town council had used for an agreement between Leominster and Fitchburg. So I think that they won't have a lot of issues with it. Well, town council always has issues. But,
To the legal form, yeah.
but anyway, so the main issues is what are we going to charge them? How are they going to pay us? So the way we have negotiated for your consideration and approval, number one is the water rates. As proposed, we would bill them just like any other customer, but they would only be one customer. We're not going to bill Shaw's and Dunkin' Donuts and what's the other place up there? They're going to give us the water readings for all of those combined, and we'll send them one bill. Okay. And we'll do that quarterly. It will be at our highest tier because we have a 3-tiered rate with a minimum of 10% of their maximum flow. So if they only put 1 gallon in, they're going to pay for 4,050 gallons of water. And then the next payment, which was included in their grant, is for inflow and infiltration removal. As you know, we're undergoing. We've done a preliminary study. We've had flow meters out in the system. We do have an inflow infiltration problem in our sewer system. When it rains, our flow goes from about 1.4 million gallons a day to about between 2.5 and 3 million gallons a day. So we got to figure out how to get rid of that. So this money would be used to start on that program, and then that would free up the capacity that they're actually going to be using on our system. Right. So that would be a payment that they would basically pay for the services out of the grant.
Are their storm drains hooked into, will they be?
No. No. And actually, we don't have, well, I won't say we don't have any because I did find one, but we have what's called a separated system. There may be one here or there that someone snuck in, but it's mostly just groundwater leaking into our old system. So that's the second part of the agreement, and then the third is the connection fee. As you know, we raised the connection fee last year to $4,800 per equivalent residential unit. Based on their capacity of 40,500 gallons per day, it works out to a connection fee of $588,960, so just under $600,000. And as you can probably imagine, that's not money that Groton had floating around. So what we negotiated was that they would pay for the buildings that are going to connect right away are about just under 15,000 gallons a day. They would pay that, but pay it as part of their water bill over a 10-year period. Anyone else who connects would pay the $4,800 when they connect. So
I got a question. I think it totals $588,000 roughly.
Right.
$4,800 per. How many units is that they're connecting? I was under the assumption it was just Shaw's and the.
Well, it's $4,800 per equivalent residential unit, which is 330 gallons per day.
Oh, okay.
So what I did was I took the 40,500, divided it by 330 gallons per day.
Okay.
So then when Shaw's or a new developer hooks up and they say, well, we're going to use 5,000 gallons a day, then I would figure out they're not going to pay 4,800, they're going to pay 4,800 times their number of residential units. So that's where that comes from.
And that's written in the agreement.
Yes.
Correct.
And like I said, that would be a payment over 10 years. That was a concession that we made in our negotiations.
Okay. Beginning the third year, right?
Yes. Because they are thinking it'll be 3 years before everybody's connected. Or it'll take 2 years for everybody to connect up. Everybody who's already agreed to connect. Then as new developments come on, they'll connect and they'll pay the full amount as a lump sum.
New developments, do you mean like new developments on both sides with all the trees and everything all the way down Westford Road? Because I was
I don't
under the
think
impression
that
that this
they-
was just for Four Corners.
I don't think they're projecting any development between Sandy Pond and coming down from, not much from the Four Corners.
We have the power lines.
But,
That's taking quite a bit of that space.
Yeah.
There's just one lot, tree lot, that isn't developed or cleared yet. And that's it, to define the area of Four Corners.
I mean, we wouldn't have a 200-unit 40B coming in.
Anything outside of Four Corners isn't included in the sewer district.
Okay.
Now, in Ayer, for instance,
Yeah, Shanklin. And,
they've expressed interest in
Yeah.
connecting.
yeah, they wanted to expand
And
it.
that's not part of this deal. They're now Ayer customers, and
Right.
so
So what I understand is you're gonna put meters in for water flow going in.
the water department
be
will
built
read
that
the
way.
meters, and we have it written in the agreement. If we feel the meters aren't providing accurate flows, then we have the right to check it or ask them to test it.
So you basically the same thing you do here.
Yeah.
Water, sewer, they're just
Yeah.
providing their water readings.
So they'll just give us the water readings, and we'll just send them a sewer bill.
I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm sorry. You got more?
No?
Oh, you all set? Is 25 years a normal contract length? Isn't that a bit long?
It's either 20 or 25.
I understand they're making a
right.
commitment too. I
Right,
understand.
and it can be terminated with certain notices ahead of time, but when this, and I don't know if I have it with me. No, I didn't bring that folder. The state of Massachusetts has a guidance for municipalities on intermunicipal agreements, and they say it can be 20 or 25 years.
Okay.
So,
Now, I read this is gravity fits, so there's no pumping stations involved?
not on our side. They're pumping, but we're not. And it's-
And we're not responsible for,
No,
Any of the repairs on that?
we're responsible for the normal day-to-day maintenance of their pipeline,
okay,
which is what we provide our other customers,
Okay.
but all the pumping stations will be private.
okay. Does that need to be in the agreement?
That's it written in.
Oh, it is, okay, I didn't see it.
It basically says we're doing routine maintenance.
Okay.
But all the pumping will be owned and operated by each individual development. There's not going to be, the town's not constructing a pumping station.
Okay. Good, Chris.
Construction's gonna start soon, right? It's already flagged.
We're having a pre-construction meeting on Monday, and I would guess once everything's signed and approved by the state, the contractor's ready to go. I don't know whether you have a specific start date.
We'll find out Monday.
And the tie-in is at the end of Nimco? Is that in that vicinity?
It's at Robbins, I think. It's not all the way down. It's right in front of the driveway for Catania Spec.
Okay.
And then it would flow down to our
Yeah.
Stony Brook,
Yeah, that
and
makes
we'd
sense.
pump out.
Does, in terms of road repair, because I know that road was repaired, paved probably, 5 years ago? Is that going to be repaved?
It's going to be overlaid, yes.
Okay. And Is there any benefit on our end to tie in or stub off for residents now, or get it off the road, like water, right?
Yeah, I think we do have do have stubs for the existing units out there.
Okay. No, I'm just thinking, if someone wants to tie in, obviously you gotta
Yeah.
notify the residents.
Right.
Come on, get hurt.
Yeah, but there's really only two customers out there right now, Rada and on Westford Road.
What about the single-family homes over there? Are they not on it, right? Or-
They're not in, I don't think there's any along,
Yeah, across from Nemco, heading, as you take a right out of Nemco, there's those ranches.
we're not going down that far.
You tie in,
We're tying in on Nemco.
yeah, when you come out of Nemco, take a
Yeah,
right.
take a
There's-
right.
Between Loon Hill and Bennett's Brook, there's maybe 6 houses there across the street. Smaller ranches, and then a couple.
Before you get to McNibb's on the left.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Before you get to McNibb's.
Yeah,
on the
in
left,
between,
there's a little
between
house.
Bennett's Brook. and
I'd have to look at that. I
Bennett's
didn't,
Brook,
if there are houses there, then they left, but I didn't think there were any houses
yeah,
along.
there's at least
where
5
we're-
or 6. There's a couple capes, a couple ranches in between the two, and then obviously McNibb's. There's another house that's on the corner that's abandoned, I think, or it's boarded up. And then you have Orion, Rada.
Hmm.
And my question was, does it make sense? Do we stub off for future, or does it?
Oh, definitely, yeah. If
Okay.
we're gonna pave the road, we're gonna
All
stop
right,
off.
that's good. But I figured you were thinking that way.
Yeah,
Because
no, we're not coming back.
beautiful.
And generally, what we do when we stub it off is they show it on the plan, but we field locate it
Mhm.
because we're not really sure if we put it in the right location.
Sure.
So we'll talk to the residents and find out exactly where they think they would want to tie in.
And do you gentlemen feel like you're going to get the road construction done in this season, at least? I'm sure the pumping station's going to take some time, and
Absolutely.
so the road stuff will be buttoned up. That'd be
I
great.
think the grant has to be spent by next April, right?
And you're obviously, I believe you're tied in with Peckel in some parts of Groton too, so you're probably somewhat familiar with this intermunicipal. Yeah.
You don't want to see the Pepperell agreement.
I had a family member who lived on 119, and I can remember their complaints. Not from Groton, but cost-wise and stuff. Is this going to be sized, let's just say 2 years down the road, we have expansion, or they have expansion, is this going to only serve, or is there room to grow on this at all, size-wise?
I think their design, in the town of Ayer, it's sized for a bigger flow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not positive in Groton. I think there is room for some growth, but we can handle it at the town line.
Great.
Anything, Jim?
No.
Is there anything in here that comes back to the Board of Selectmen regarding any future expansion, future
Yes.
development,
Yeah.
Yes, good question.
that we have to approve any changes like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
And the Four Corners area is just, basically the intersection, Shaw's, that vacant where the Chinese restaurant used to be, across the medical building and...
7 lots.
Okay, so basically that triangle, that, right there, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do have, I think I brought an original. If not, we can just burn the. But I think we need to wait until town council approves it. So I think the
just
action
authorize
would
them.
be that you would vote
Pending.
to execute the agreement upon approval of the document from town council.
Has your board voted already on this?
They signed it and it happened.
Okay. Great.
I do have one they can sign if they want. We just have to change the tape, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Robert, you got something?
I was just going to say that we would be recommending a motion to approve the agreement subject to approval by town council, just as Groton did.
Okay. Chris?
I would like to make a motion to approve the Groton intermunicipal sewage tie-in agreement as outlined by the superintendent pending town council approval.
Seconded?
Moved and seconded. Anything else? No? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
All right, thank
we're
you.
good.
So the next agenda item is
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you.
proposed, no, I don't have any slides for anything. Is the proposed pay-as-you-throw trash bag fees, and we did not raise anything last year, so I looked at the, based on the budget, and the town accountant gave me data on revenues that we'd generated in the past, and so I have a little model that I plug in the numbers on. So we need about $282,000 in fee revenue to meet our current budget. So I looked at 8 different rate scenarios with different bag rate increases and permit increases, and came up with what I thought was the most reasonable recommendation to generate that amount of revenue based on our previous bag sales and permit sales, and that would be a 50-cent increase on the bags, and I think I made a mistake in my memo on the permit fees.
It hasn't changed.
Because
Oh,
I had
has
a
it
$10. I forgot. Those are incorrect. Those are $10. I'll increase $10. So
90,
the
60.
annual permit would go from 80 to 90. The senior would go from 50 to 60, and then we'd leave the second permit and the one-day permit the same, because they had a very small amount of impact on the revenue. And I don't know if the town accountant had any comments or corrections on my math.
Nope. I just wanted to say that one of the reasons is that this is the enterprise fund still has a fairly significant general fund subsidy. It's $177,000, and it's been that way since 2016. So in the past, we've been steadily decreasing that by using part of the retained earnings in that fund and by increasing the fees. But under this budget, we're going to be using about a third of even with the increases, a third of the certified free cash or retained earnings for solid waste fund. So it's a pretty tight budget, and hopefully, if we get if we get to have a contract to lease the land to solar, we would be hoping to reduce that subsidy.
When was the last time we raised the permit fee? Been a while, right?
It was, I want to say 2013.
Okay, yeah, that sounds about right. I was just curious. And just out of curiosity, because the last time I think we talked about this was when you brought up the 50-gallon trash bags. Are those pretty popular?
They're not super popular, but they're more popular than we thought they were going to be.
Yeah, I'm sorry, what?
They're more popular than we thought they were going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we do sell a number of them. They're not our big seller, but
They might become, though, because people might find that it might be more cost efficient and everything. So.
one of the other programs that we are starting up there, we're just sort of figuring out how we're doing it. We did get a grant to do food waste collection, and so we would dispose of that at a compost site. And so, well, there's good news and bad news with that. Number one is now you don't fill up your trash bag as quickly, but it reduces our tonnage quite a bit because the food waste is pretty heavy. So
is it a good thing to reduce the tonnage or a bad thing to reduce the
well, it's a good thing to reduce the tonnage because we pay to get rid of it by the ton. But, we make our revenue based on our bags. So you want big, bulky stuff in the trash, not heavy, wet stuff.
like grass?
You can buy a one-day ticket, one-day permit too, huh?
Yeah, those are fairly popular.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
We don't have any separation. The permit is already on the site.
Okay.
and then you pay for anything else. We sell a lot of one-day permits when people are moving out.
Sure.
And they need to get rid of a lot of bulk stuff, so they'll come in and they'll buy,
Seems
5 or
reasonable.
6 bulk tags and a one-day permit. Or when they're cleaning out someone's house, like a relative passes away
Right,
or something,
right.
they'll come in and buy a one-day sticker.
And this would go effective
So
July 1st?
So the bag rate would be effective July 1st. The permit increase would be calendar year, so that would go up for the December 1st. So when we start selling them in December, or it would go up January 1st, so when we start selling them in December.
Anything else?
Sounds reasonable.
I'm not, I don't have a stick with it, but it seems reasonable. I mean, I had been in Littleton for years. And it was more expensive than this
Yeah.
5 years ago. So
Yeah.
it definitely seems, no one wants to raise fees, but
Well, and as
Well, I mean, like the permit fee hasn't been raised in like 5 years.
Yeah,
That's why
yeah.
I wanted to clarify that too for people. So it sounds fairly
one thing that we
reasonable.
also do is
It's annoying, but it
after
sounds
6
reasonable.
months we prorate. So
oh, that's a good idea.
Oh, for permit fees?
for the
Yes.
So after, and since we're calendar year, so after July 1 we'll start prorating the permit fee.
Yeah.
So we're somewhat reasonable.
Yeah. Yeah, that helps like somebody new coming into town or something. Yeah.
Not that I'm looking for people to create more trash, but is it still reducing the tonnage?
We're pretty consistent on the tonnage. I think everybody's used to the pay as you the zero sort and the pay as you throw, and so it's pretty consistent. What we're seeing a little bit more of is the demographics are changing. We're getting we keep about the same number of stickers every year, but we're getting a few more seniors every year.
That would be me, yeah.
You're almost there.
I know, I'm a senior, I get the senior rate.
Yeah,
And the bulk tag is to get rid of a couch or something like that? Or like
couch, TV,
Yeah.
That,
air
that actually
conditioner.
is.
And we have a
Well, yeah, it's
schedule.
$5, but like a couch is actually what, $10. So you have to put two
Oh,
stickers.
So
okay,
it's-
all right, good.
Right.
So like
So-
someone came in and they had 2 box springs and 2 mattresses, and it's $10 per. So
Okay,
they-
good. That's what I was
Yeah.
asking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't throw your mattress in the metal pile, like I did. I got scolded. All right, anybody got anything else?
Yeah. So in the motion, just make sure that it's a $10 increase on those. I didn't put that up correctly in my memo.
I didn't notice that, and I kept looking, and I'm thinking, I think he changed it. Where is it written? Where is it written? And so I'm glad you pointed it out. So,
Let's make the motions. I don't know much about that.
okay, I'd like to make a motion that the Board of Selectmen approve the recommended transfer station fees for all pay-as-you-go, pay-as-you-throw bag rates to be increased 50 cents each bag. And the permit costs for starting on calendar 2018, annual permit to be 90, senior citizen rate 60, second permit 30,
No,
No,
20.
it's
We're
20,
we're
that would
leaving
stay,
those
second
the same.
permit staying at 20, and the one-day permit is still at $10, as outlined by the superintendent.
Second.
Moved in second, any more questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. The next item is
still
is a request for the reserve fund transfer in the wastewater budget. What I do at 3/4 of the year fall through, I do a budget projection for all my budgets and say, I've spent 75%, and how much am I going to spend at the end of the year? And then I kind of have to massage a little bit because we have a lot of one-time expenses that we have paid, or a lot of one-time expenses we haven't paid. And so I adjust it. And we're in pretty good shape, but we were a little nervous about the wastewater because it only showed that at the end of the year I'd be about $7,000 under budget. And I know we have some big expenses coming up, and we had some big expenses early in the year. We had a pump failure at Central Ave that cost us about $17,000. We had a big valve at main pumping station that we had expected that was about the same, about $15,000. we also had a big electrical failure. Basically, our main electrical feed into the plant failed, which we repaired, but that's going to be in my capital plan to replace that. So we do have built into the budget $20,000 reserve, and so what I'm requesting is permission to transfer that reserve into the operating budget.
All right, is it necessary to get a reserve fund transfer, Lisa, on that, even though it's in your budget?
You do.
Yeah, okay.
It's just like a general fund.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Chris?
I make a motion to authorize a reserve fund transfer in the sum of $20,000 into the wastewater budget for the 2017 budget.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
And I'll be going to the, I think I'm on the Finance Committee agenda for Monday. So once the...
Monday,
Yeah, Mr. Chair, the
prior to town meeting?
FinCom has a posted meeting prior to town meeting to take this matter up
Okay.
up at the school.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's not like we're running out of money. It's just I do a projection.
Well, I mean, you said you know some things coming up, and you know there's
Yeah.
some that you don't know that are coming up.
Yeah, I just figured rather do it sooner rather than
Sure.
we can't pay our bills.
Yep.
So, and the last item, and I have Mr. Mark Hillier here, his father, who was the owner of. I'll slide over.
Thank you.
His father is the owner of Central Ave Compassionate Care, and
And the brother of Dan. And the brother of Dan.
yes, and
This thing's down.
they'd made a commitment to do support some sort of a program in the community, and so I've been working with them on setting something up, and this was their idea to have a DPW youth work program
Good idea.
that they
That's a
would
great
fund. We modeled it after a program that Mr. Hillier had done when he was a youth
Yeah.
out in the town of Rowe.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think in your packet you had a sort of program outline. We've modified it a little bit. One of the items that I was unaware of that was that the minimum wage is not $10 an hour.
Just going to ask you that.
$11
Didn't it go to 11?
Yeah. So I adjusted some numbers on it, but basically what the goal of the program is to develop some job opportunities for youths that will develop some responsibilities and understand the value of work ethic and develop skills and expectations in your job. And then one of the things that we also added into the program is, in addition to just doing DPW type things, that we want to do something separate. So maybe we'd have them spend an afternoon at the fire department, and the firemen would show them what they do for work. We'd maybe go to the bank for an afternoon, and they would explain how you set up an account, how you deposit your money in the account, how you, I don't know if anyone writes checks anymore, I do.
Yeah.
Just sort of those types of skills, and then also have some, maybe have some people come in and talk about, some of the challenges that youth have today with drugs and other things. And so we'd set up time each week to have that as part of the program. The way we've outlined the program is it would be 8 weeks, but we would have 2 sessions. So it would be right now it would be 4 students for 4 weeks, and then 4 students for another 4 weeks. Then that gives them an opportunity for their families to go on vacation and things like that. And then we would have a supervisor for that whole period of time. And what we would like to do is see how it goes this year, keep it fairly low-key and small, and then see if we want to expand it in the future.
Yeah, cool.
I think it's a great start.
Yeah. Just to hail you.
So actually the budget number that I put in the memo when I adjusted it, it's really more like $25,000. We decided to add in a contingency And so, so Mr. Hilliard's, he's provided us with a letter of commitment, and I'll just read that. This is to Board of Selectmen. Dear members of the Board of Selectmen, it is with great pleasure that Central Ave Compassionate Care, Inc. be considered to provide funding for the Youth Works program under development by the Ayer Department of Public Works. Within the core of the mission at Central Ave Compassionate Care, Inc. lies a commitment to our patients, our employees, and our community. We recognize the importance of ensuring public safety and abuse prevention, providing resources to our youth in support of positive development and decision-making is understood to be a keystone to our youth's success now and in the future. The Ayer Youth Works program can provide the opportunity for teens to engage in the community while learning important life skills that lead to confidence and positive decision-making. Mr. Mark Wetzel has thoughtfully developed a budget of $22,500, which, like I said, I revised up. To launch this pilot program to begin in May. Please accept the enclosed donation of $26,000 to fund this project as he sees reasonable. I have calculated and added 15% to the budgeted amount for expected first-year expenses or to be carried over to fund future operations and expansion of the program. Thank you for your time and consideration in this matter, as well as the patience and understanding this board has extended to Central Ave Compassionate Care leading up to this opportunity. All the best, John Hillier, Executive Director. So we do, what I was thinking is though that I'd rather wait till John is back from his vacation and then do a check presentation at a specific meeting.
Isn't he doing something with the school as well? Is it separate, or is this part of it? Like
this is
combined.
Right now
with the students.
we talked about where do we go from here, and maybe doing some more year-round type things and some other activities at the school. But it would the core of it would be painting hydrants.
Well, painting hydrants.
No, we have a lot of one of the challenges with that. Certain ages can't use certain power tools and things. So, but we do have plenty of stuff that they can do. I don't want it to be a litter pickup crew, even though they will be doing that. But we want to give them a good rounded idea of what we do. They can spend a day working with the mechanic on tuning up vehicles and things like that. We've got in the DPW, we've got some guys with some really good mechanical skills that can really teach these guys, what they do and how to do it and how important it is to learn how to weld and how to be able to work on a motor and things like that. So it's pretty exciting.
And gals, right?
What's that?
And gals, right?
Yeah. So what we're going to do is work with the high school in the application process, because they know the students, they can accept the applications. But we want to emphasize that the student has to show responsibility of filling out the application and doing the interviews and understanding what it takes to get a job.
Yeah.
And I would assume that it would go the same way as if a student doesn't want to work. You have the ability to say, all right, we don't need you.
Well, we haven't written that in yet. We're looking on the
but you know what I mean.
And one of the things also that Mr. Hillier wanted to do was give it an opportunity for advancement. So maybe next year you take your star worker and he becomes a crew chief. So they know that they're not just out there for 4 weeks doing something, that there's an opportunity for them in the future if they like what they're doing. So, I don't know if you have anything else you wanted to add.
I think you really hit the nail on the head and covered most of the major points of it. Yeah.
Is this does it become problematic with benefited positions with 30 hours a week?
No.
I don't think it is with part-time.
With part-time.
Because we got a large workforce of part-time, so I just don't want anything to come back and bite us. So.
Right.
Yeah, one thing that I have talked to the union about this, but I haven't actually done a formal
notification.
Your
to the
union,
but
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
they don't
Yeah.
have an issue with it. They think it's a good idea, but we do have to do the paperwork on it.
Okay. Do you have something, Robert?
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, just procedurally for tonight, we'd be respectfully looking for the board's motion to, one, approve the Air Youth Works program as presented by the superintendent, and second, to accept the gift from Mr. Hillier. As the board's aware, any gifts, monetary and so forth, are subject to acceptance by the Board of Selectmen. And I just wanted to add, again, in addition to Mark, who's done an excellent job putting this together, Dr. Malone was also involved from the school, Kevin on the application piece and some of the employment issues. But I think this is a great program.
All right. And same thing with the supervisor, it wouldn't get benefits? 40 hours a week?
I don't know if that would be anymore.
It's seasonal.
Seasonal, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Now, that's something that we may look into as the program expands, making that a full-time position that's funded through the program. And then in that case, they would have probably more involvement with other types of youth education programs.
Okay. Anybody? So we're just looking for a motion to,
Approve the program.
Program and accept the
gift.
right. Jacob.
You all right? I make a motion to first accept the gift from Compassion Care for the sum of $25,000.
I think it's 26.
$26,000 to fund the Air Youth Works program as outlined by Mr. Wetzel and Mr. Hillier.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Well, I think it's great.
And one last little detail for people watching on TV. As John Hillier was telling me, the program that he was involved in Roe, they call it the Grasshoppers program, and we want to have Air Youth Works rather have some sort of a more catchy name. So if anyone has any ideas,
It's up to you, that's up to you to come up with.
That's right, that's right. I'd let the youth pick the name.
What are your thoughts, Mark? July 1st, July, August, or June?
I have a schedule in there that I looked at dates and when school got out and when we could do it. I think I had it starting in early July.
Yeah, July 3rd.
And ending in late August.
I think this is a great start.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's going to be good.
Yeah, thank you, Dad.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you for being receptive. We're excited to get it off the ground and move forward with it.
Yeah.
And I know talking to Dr. Malone separately, that's why I brought the school, she had ideas of obviously enhancing the position with the person up there too, moving forward in the future. To maybe build on it. So
Yeah,
I think it's going to be great.
I think, it's a pilot, but I think there's a lot of opportunity
I
to
agree.
grow it. And
I agree.
Sounds good.
Thanks.
awesome. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was all I had.
Mark, real quick, you probably know the speed sign has been out on Sandy Pond Road heading towards.
No.
Yeah, I've been meaning to shoot you an email.
Because we
forgot.
put new batteries in all of them.
The one heading towards schoolhouse. So this heading back this way.
Heading back,
It's been out
okay.
maybe 2 weeks.
Oh, really?
The blue light's flashing, but no speed.
No speed. Okay,
speed.
I'll have Wally take a look at that.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I've been meaning to notify you of that. Keep forgetting.
Yeah, because I noticed coming in the winter on those really cold mornings, wasn't working. The one up here wasn't working. And
Yeah, sometimes solar
Yeah.
then
This one's due over
gets a
here.
little
Yeah.
cold.
When it's cold, the
Really
batteries don't have any power and the days are shorter.
Yeah.
and,
Yeah, no, this one's been out, I'd say at least 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
For the most part,
Okay.
I've
No,
noticed they
work
work
well.
though, yeah.
I agree.
So.
I agree.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mark.
Thanks, Mark.
We like spending money, geez. Huh.
It's all free money.
Robert.
Mr. Chairman, members of the board, just a couple of items under the administrative update. As the board is
Thanks, Mike.
well aware, the main focus of the administration has been the finalization of the budget and preparations for town meeting, as mentioned, which is on Monday, May 8th at 7 p.m. at the high school auditorium. So that's been where we've been focusing most of our efforts, as always, and anticipate a successful town meeting. I also just want to thank all the employees that were involved with the town hall cleanup group on Saturday as part of the Ayer cleanup. And thank my assistant Carly for the idea and putting that together and getting some of the town hall folks.
Good job.
And we hope to expand that next year, and I understand it was a very successful event. I transmitted the success there from other groups. I know the fire department had a team, the schools.
Cole and I did Sunday.
Some of the folks.
On the way back from CCD.
So it was a good effort
Sunday too.
Can I get a shirt?
on that. We'd have to check on
No
that.
more shirt?
Who had a shirt? Wait a minute.
The other issue I just wanted, last Monday, obviously, as the board is aware, was the annual town election. It was a very successful election. Congratulations to all those who were elected or re-elected. Congratulations, Selectman Livingston.
Yes.
Also, as the board is aware, the 4 debt exclusion questions did pass, and I just want to take this opportunity to stress again that they are debt exclusion questions. The good news is folks are coming into the office asking about them, and there is still this incorrect information out there that they are override questions or 2.5 overrides. As the board is aware, just for the public's benefit, an override would be a permanent up adjustment as we continue to promote. If all 4 projects pass town meeting, the average residential impact is $16 one time in FY18. I also want to congratulate the town clerk on her re-election and thank her for running a great election. A special thanks to all of the election workers. She has a great team up there. A special thanks to our constables, Mr. Clark Page and Mr. Sam Goodwin. And it was a very successful election, and I know a lot of people put a lot of work into that. So a special thanks. I also just wanted to, I transmitted this to the board earlier, but just for the public's benefit, because I do think it is significant that the town of Ayer, not only in my professional opinion, but in the professional opinion of other experts, and the proof is in the pudding, is in very strong fiscal condition. And again, that's a special thanks to all of our departments, all of our boards, this board, all of our commissions and committees, our employees, and a lot of folks that have worked at this before I came to Ayer, since I've come to Ayer. And we recently did another ratings call, and these calls are involved with professional ratings to rate the town's financial condition. And this one was with the S&P Global that we did recently, and as the board is aware, they assigned the town a AA+ rating. And I just wanted to highlight a couple of their observations in the rating analysis, in addition to the fact that a AA+ is very strong and a true testament to our fiscal stability. It also is key in our bonding and borrowing, which we'll talk about momentarily. But in their opinion, the town of Ayer has a very strong economy with an access to a broad and diverse metropolitan statistical area. The town has strong management with strong financial policies and practices and methodologies, strong budgetary performance with operating surpluses in the general fund and at the total government fund level, very strong budgetary flexibility, very strong liquidity, adequate debt and contingent liability positions. They consider Ayer's economy to be very strong. Under their analysis of management, that there's a very strong management, which I also think is a testament to the Board of Selectmen as the executive board. The highlights include conservative budgeting coupled with a formal 2 or 3 year historical trend analysis, the budget model that we talk of. Strong budgetary performance. Ayer's budgetary performance is strong, again, in our opinion. In our opinion, tax collections have historically remained strong. Current collections have averaged 99% over the past 5 years, testament to the tax collector. And as you read the report, and we'll also make this, it's a public record available to the public, because I think that the residents of Ayer should be very proud. As everybody is aware, our neighboring towns throughout not only the Neshoba Valley, but the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. So many are in the red, so many are facing overrides, so many are struggling, so many have no stabilization balances, and so many do not have the infrastructure expansion that we're doing, the industrial expansion, the commercial expansion. And I just thought, as we go into town meeting, which is always a very important event, that we should just take a moment to reflect on this speaks volumes to the good work that everybody's doing and to how special and important this town really is, and is really a leader in terms of our peers and, I would argue, across the Commonwealth. I also just want to say, because a lot of work goes into these ratings calls, if you ever do them, a very special thanks to Lisa Gabri, our long-term finance manager, for all of her work. Our assessing administrator, Mr. Tom Hogan, who's viewed as one of the top in his field. A testament to the tax collector and our treasurer, Susan Copeland. Kevin Johnston, our benefits manager. Alan Manoyan, our economic development director, and my assistant, who all worked on the call and participated in the call. So I thought that was some good news, and there's going to be some even better news when Ms. Gabri and Ms. Copeland get up to talk about how well the town did on the bans that this board authorized. Lastly, I just want to again emphasize that we're in good shape for town meeting. All departments related to the warrant articles will be prepared to present. This year, the plan is, this is the people's opportunity to ask questions. The warrant has been mailed to everybody. Copies are available at Town Hall. At the suggestion of Selectman Livingston, we put on every page in the footer refers to the website, the explanatory notes, so all the info's there. So in order to move the evening along, and of course we want to answer everyone's questions, this year we'll go through each article. The article will be read, moved, and seconded. And then any questions, we will be prepared to answer questions. In terms of some of the presentations, like the schools traditionally have done the presentations, they're the same presentations that are on website, that are available, that have been done to the meeting. We're not going to do those presentations because that information is already out there.
People can ask questions.
And we want to focus on what the people's questions and opinions are to get through it. There are 35 articles, and we want to focus on that. So just so the board's aware, I know in the past, and all departments have been notified, they are fully prepared to answer questions, and there are slides available to facilitate those questions and answers, but we're not going to get into, once an article is read, into a 15-minute presentation unless town meeting asks for it or so forth.
Okay.
So we'll be in good shape, and there'll be a lot of other information handouts that are always prepared that will be available at the sign-in.
Okay.
Some other information promoting some of the other things we're doing.
Janice.
Can I just add another toot to the horn of everybody? In looking, I just kind of want to reemphasize what he said about the treasurer, the assistant, our benefits, accountant, economic, all the hard work that goes in, the fact that when we go to town meeting, every one of them is always prepared, sometimes overly prepared, that there's always material available at our town meetings, that we post our town meeting warrant on our website a good 2.5 weeks prior. Everything's done in an open meeting. You're getting mailed a copy, and quite honestly, a lot of towns around us don't do that. And I just, too, want to add to the tooting of the horn what a fantastic job everyone does, so that when we go to town meeting, it runs as smoothly as possible. So I thank you also.
Absolutely. Great.
So with that, Mr. Chairman, I have 2 items. The first is a reappointment in accordance with Mass General Law. The Veterans Agent is an annual appointment by the Board of Selectmen. I'm respectfully recommending that the Board of Selectmen reappoint Mr. Mike Detillion as Ayer's Veterans Agent for a term to expire on March 31st, 2018.
So moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion?
He's great.
Yeah, does a good job. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
And then, Mr. Chairman, through you, I would ask the town finance manager and the town treasurer to come to the table for the item as amended on the agenda for you to officially vote the authorization of the ban issue and the refunding bond issue.
Great job.
It was amended, Selectman Hillman.
I didn't check my emails.
Yeah.
All right. Busy today.
Okay. We came previously for the authorization to move forward with refinancing.
That happened quick.
I'm just gonna talk a little prelude. She has, Susan has the official vote that somebody has to read. I'm sorry, again.
I know.
It's painful.
Sorry.
But I'm just telling you, reminding you why we're here.
Water.
We're here to, for a refunding of 2002 and 2004 bond issues that I've been watching for a while and making sure that we couldn't actually do this refunding, which is like a refinance of your mortgage, until we had spent down the money, and some of the DPW projects have been delayed, or there's turnover in superintendents, or whatever, for whatever reason, it took up until now to pay down those amounts or use them towards something else. So we're here to ask you to authorize the issuance of a refunding bond of $4.8 million, which will save the taxpayers over $480,000, about half of which is debt exclusion related. So theoretically, your taxes would go down by that amount over the course of the bond. And then, in addition to that, to also authorize a $2.5 million ban issue, and those were all borrow authorizations from May of 16's town meeting. I can pass this around if you'd like to know what they are, but they were like the ladder truck rehab for $248,000, and East Main Street design, the final phase, for $135,000, the West Main Street pump station, $550,000. They were all from last year's. And we need to clean it up and we've spent some of this money, but we need to clean it up and get the ban issued before year end so it doesn't hit our free cash.
Okay.
That's it. And we actually, just one more note, the town was able to get very good interest rates, partially because the interest rates are low right now, but also partially because of our outstanding bond rating. The refunding bonds have a net interest rate of 1.4%, and the bans of just under 1.2%.
Oh, nice. Nice. So is there any order you need those in? I mean, you mentioned the projects that, does that have to be done before this is, or does it make a difference? No?
No, just all we need here is your vote and 1,000 signatures, roughly.
There's a lot of clips on over there.
Susan's in charge of that.
I don't think she's really that sorry.
Stamp it,
All right, y'all ready?
Janice has the other side.
All right, you guys ready? All right. I, the clerk of the Board of Selectmen of the Town of Ayer, Massachusetts, the town, certify that at a meeting of the board held May 2nd, 2017, of which meeting all members of the board were duly notified and at which a quorum was present.
May 3rd.
It says May 2nd. So,
That was the last mention.
okay. All right. Do you want me to start over?
Sorry, no. You're good. No, please.
We'll just edit it.
All right, the 3rd, at which quorum was present. The following votes were unanimously passed, all of which appear upon the official record of the board in my custody. Voted that in order to reduce interest costs, the treasurer is authorized to issue refunding bonds at one time or from time to time pursuant to Chapter 44, Section 21A of the general laws or pursuant to any other enabling authority to refund all of the town's $6,305,000 general obligation municipal purpose loan of 2002 bonds dated April 1, 2002, maturing on April 1 in the years 2018 through 2021 inclusive, and to $13,802,000 general obligation municipal purpose loan of 2004 bonds dated June 15, 2004, maturing on June 15th in the years 2018 through 2024 inclusive, collectively the refunded bonds, and that the proceeds of any refunding bonds issued pursuant to this vote shall be used to pay the principal and interest on the refunded bonds and cost of issuance of the refunded bonds. That sounded redundant. Further voted that the sale of $4,810,000 general obligation refunding bonds of the town dated May 11, 2017, the bonds, to Raymond James and Associates Incorporated at the price of $5,206,488.41, and accrued interest is hereby approved and confirmed. The bond shall be payable on April 1st of the years and in the principal amounts and bear interest at the respective rates as follows. Year 2018, $900,000, interest rate of 4%. 2019, $885,000, 4%. 2020, $865,000, 4%. 2021, $840,000, 4%. 2022, $595,000, 4%. 2023, $370,000, 4%. 2024, $355,000, 4%. Further voted to approve the sale of $2,524,000, 1.5% general obligation bond anticipation note of the town dated May 11, 2017, and payable November 17, 2017, the note, to Eastern Bank at par and accrued interest plus a premium of $3,938.28. Further voted that in connection with the marketing and sale of the bonds, the preparation and distribution of a notice of sale and preliminary official statement dated April 21st, 2017, and a final official statement dated April 27th, 2017, the official statement, each in such form as may be approved by the town treasurer, be and hereby are ratified, confirmed, approved, and adopted. Further voted that in connection with the marketing and sale of the notes, the preparation and distribution of a notice and sale and preliminary official statement dated April 21st, 2017, and a final official statement dated April 27, 2017, each in such form as may be approved by the town treasurer, be and hereby are ratified, confirmed, approved, and adopted. Further voted to authorize the execution and delivery of a refunding escrow agreement to be dated May 11, 2017, between the town and the U.S. Bank National Association as escrow agent. Further voted that the town treasurer and the Board of Selectmen be and hereby are authorized to execute and deliver continuing and significant events disclosure undertaking in compliance with SEC Rule 15C2-12 in such forms as may be approved by bound counsel to the town, which undertaking shall be incorporated by reference in the bonds and notes as applicable for the benefits of the holders of the bonds and notes from time to time. Further voted that we authorize and direct the treasurer to establish post-issuance federal tax compliance procedures in such form as the treasurer and bond counsel deem sufficient, or if such procedures are currently in place, to review and update said procedures in order to monitor and maintain the tax-exempt status of the bonds and notes. Further voted that each member of the Board of Selectmen, the town clerk, and the town treasurer be and hereby are authorized to take any and all such actions and execute and deliver such certificates, receipts, or other documents as may be determined by them or any of them to be necessary or convenient to carry into effect the provisions of the foregoing votes. I further certify that the votes were taken at a meeting open to the public, that no vote was taken by a secret ballot, that a notice stating the place, date, time, and agenda for the meeting, which agenda included the adoption of the above votes, was filed with the town clerk and a copy thereof posted in a manner conspicuously visible to the public at all hours in or on the municipal building that the office of the town clerk is located, or, if applicable, in accordance with an alternative method of notice prescribed or approved by the Attorney General as set forth in 940 CMR 29.03, Section 2/B, at least 48 hours, not including Saturdays and Sundays and legal holidays, prior to the time of the meeting, and remain so posted at the time of the meeting that no deliberations or decision in connection with the sales of the bonds or the notes were taken in executive session, all in accordance with General Law, Chapter 30 Alpha, Section 18-25 as amended, dated May 3rd, 2017.
Good job.
Sounded like an infomercial at the end.
In paragraph 4. She's a comma out of place.
Oh, we've been there.
Okay.
We
so
good?
That's just reading that into record. That's not approving anything. Correct?
You probably should have voted
That's
before we
true.
read it, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought we did it a little backwards, but I think we did that time. So I make a motion that the Board of Selectmen approve what I just read out loud.
Does that give you all the information on the
Seems
bonds? Okay.
And then some, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
I'll
want me
speak
to,
halfway through, but it
did you
sounds
want me to
like-
repeat it?
Moved and seconded, Chris? You
Second,
second?
yeah, yes.
Any more questions? Just again, a good job
Yes, absolutely.
related to this. We appreciate the fact that you put the town first and put the hours in and, you know, thanks.
Glad it worked out for the town, too.
Yeah, right. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
Sign away.
good. You can write my name in. We'll do it.
Do it in the office. Let's
Yeah.
do it
I
right
can just
after.
leave that.
We got executive session, so.
Oh, we
Yeah.
can do it.
So,
Right?
Accept that.
You don't have to be signed in your presence or anything.
No. But they are on it. They'll be coming here tomorrow.
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
they're
no-
gonna-
Oh, yeah, we'll be done. Oh, yeah, we'll be
But you
done.
can't leave tonight without signing those.
Okay.
This week, too- I'm sorry,
Thanks,
if you
Sue.
don't mind, I just forgot to mention this tonight. I mentioned this to Robert the other day. And it just popped into my head, probably because I'm down at Peroni Park now, a good portion of my life with the kids' sports. And Susan, you probably get it too, with questions from residents you don't see about town stuff and legitimate stuff, just what, I'm wondering if we should have an update before town meeting, 6 months in, after, of what was approved last town meeting. You know what I mean? Like we
Or like a rehash or something?
yeah, well, just to where it is. I mean, and I know, Mary, you've asked before, and Mark provides it, you know, we put it out to bid or that, but I mean, I had a resident from Wright Road ask, well, when's the water line being tied in? And I know it's being worked on, but I don't know what phase it is.
Right.
I was curious when the fire truck's coming back. I know it's not back yet, because I
Hmm.
ran into the chief, but, you know, just stuff like that. I don't know if that makes any sense, but
So like a
well,
tracking, a project
like stuff we've
tracking?
approved money last
Yeah.
year or any time meeting. We always approve something, purchase, a project.
Have we spent it?
Well, the articles get tracked as far as that go, but yeah, we
No, but
don't
just like
necessarily
a-
talk about it.
I
Yeah,
don't mean it's any department doing anything wrong, but I mean, you know, where are we with, you know, I'm sure the bridge won't be, if, let's say it passes.
Yeah.
It won't be ready by next time meeting, but where is the process? You know, is it up to bid? Is it, you know, that was all. And I'm
I
not,
have a spreadsheet for that, Chris, and I guess we could like post it.
well, I was thinking more just like that. I mean, and I'm not saying I don't mind answering questions, but sometimes I don't know. Like, I mean, I know the projects are working.
And like
so I
have
don't-
a status
Yeah.
report? We could do that.
yeah,
You
that
know, I don't
sounds,
mean like painstakingly once a week.
No,
you know,
no,
I mean
but,
like, you know.
like
Maybe
once a quarter, once a month, more to
you know,
quarter.
Because obviously the fiscal, I don't think some people realize that we approve it in May and things really don't get rolling until.
Right.
Well, they
July
forget
1st.
too, like even bylaws have to go to the Attorney General and when it comes back. And,
Right.
But I mean, it's
Yeah,
all legitimate questions like, oh, when is this gonna happen? And,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I mean, we don't all know the answers to, like dates, we can say it's in the works. But
right.
I think once a quarter, because even
I
with
agree.
big projects going
Right.
out to bid, that can sometimes.
Yeah. And
Yeah, I
even if
think
it's
once
just
a quarter.
out to bid or
Yeah.
in design or, you know, like the fire truck I know is being, you know,
Mm-hmm.
it's been down there for a while and I think they're expecting it back soon, but.
We could do that because like the water and sewer rate review committee meets quarterly and there's always on the agenda an update of water and sewer projects.
Yeah.
So we could
Right.
expand this. Okay.
Just so people know, I mean, we
Yeah.
Yeah.
approve all this money, and I know we're all, it's going to a good, gets
Yeah.
done, but, I mean, there's some things that take, I think the garage, the water department garage took 2 years, really, right?
Yeah, it took
Right.
longer.
Not that anybody's fault, I
Right.
had to go back to bid,
Right.
but,
Right.
I mean, it's up.
We,
Yeah.
all right.
All right, I mean, just a
Yeah.
thought.
Anybody else, new business? Questions? No?
Oh,
So,
stop measuring.
Okay, the only thing I wanted to say is thanks. I had a good year
oh, that's right.
as chairman. I appreciate all the cooperation. It was good. So approval of meeting minutes, April 18th.
I make a motion to approve the meeting minutes from April 18th, 2017, as submitted in the packet.
Second?
Moved and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, reorganization of the Board of Selectmen. I don't know if we did this last year. Did we approve the 3 positions all at once?
No, we wouldn't let you do it that way.
How
Remember?
about this year?
I have no recollection whatsoever of
Yeah.
how we did it last year.
We said it was no
Apparently, we
fun.
voted you the chair, and you
Yeah.
vice chair, and Janice the clerk. That's
Do
all
you
I
want
know.
to do it all in one motion?
Yeah.
All right.
I can make the motion.
You want to make the motion? Okay.
Make it, because since I'm outgoing.
All right.
I make a motion that Gary Lucas appointed, no. That the new chair is Christopher Hillman, the vice chair would be Janice Livingston, and the lowly clerk would be Gary Luca.
I saw how important the clerk was tonight.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, don't be saying
Yeah,
lowly.
don't do any next year, will you? To fill the spots for FY18 immediately.
Second.
Any discussion?
Well, do you accept,
Oh,
Chair?
yes, thank you for nominating me, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you accept, clerk?
I got no choice, yeah.
Sure. There's nothing left.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
That is an easier process.
Just so
for
you know,
people, I
this
will
is my
say.
chair. You sit over there.
I don't care where I sit. I'd like to sit in the audience. So as clerk, I'll read in this executive session. How's that?
Sounds good.
Yes, clerk. I guess that's.
Pursuant to Mass General Law, Chapter 38, Section 21A, Exemption Number 2, non-union personnel. This is into executive session, I'm sorry. Council on Aging, Executive Director Contract. BOS will adjourn for the evening at the conclusion of the executive session. And negotiations are done in closed session as not to,
Be detrimental to the town,
yes.
litigation or negotiation strategy. Seconded?
No, I gotta go and vote, don't I? All in favor?
Aye.
I'm a little rusty. Yeah,